Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the best time to start a business. I started my first business when I was a student. I think I was in the 7th month of BCom management at that time. I changed eventually to financial accounting, but I had some extra time. BCom specifically wasn't like a 9 hours, 8 hours a day kind of thing. I think we had 4 hours of class, an hour of lunch, and then obviously homework and studying was pretty intense, but there was time in the day. So I started off doing IT training because I was seeing the other students struggle with just not like fancy IT. I was doing like Microsoft Excel, Word, just showing them how to use their computers and stuff like that. And that was because I saw there was a massive need. And then I made a website, and then the website, literally a week after putting the website, I created this whole course to which I had no curriculum. I had no notes, I had no materials, I had no experience. I had a vehicle to get around and a website, and that was the whole start of the business. And obviously I had to pay, which felt like a lot at the time, like $300 for a Weebly subscription to create my drag and drop website. Anyway, I put it up, and within like a week I got a gig from a company requesting to book for training of like 6 of their staff on one of their wine farms. And a week later I was in, and I think it was like 25 or 30,000 Rand that they paid for this training course. It was a lot of work, and but they got a lot of value. I went out, I think I had a business partner at the time, and we went out, we did the whole training. It was really cool, and that was the start of the business. Since then, I've always been a proponent and try to get people, and students specifically, to start businesses. Because guys, if you are a student and you're watching this, you probably don't have kids, you probably don't have mortgages and bonds and things to pay. You don't have a lot of the life responsibilities that are coming your way. Says Andy a couple of weeks before his 30th birthday. It grows, and your threshold for risk decreases rapidly. I'm thinking now of some of the ideas I had when I was in varsity were like wild and bold and probably weren't going to make me much money, but I would have done them then, and I did do them then, and I wouldn't do them now. Luckily, I learned a lot and I made a lot of mistakes, but anyway, that's not the point. The point is that I did them then because I could. I had nothing to lose besides my drinking money and my food money, which you can always subsidize and just eat less, party less, and just study when you can. And yeah, that was it. I didn't have this worry of how am I going to afford this? How am I going to afford that? Look, I was lucky to get a stipend, as in varsity. It wasn't a lot at all, but I know a lot of you guys are in varsity now, and I had a lot of friends that had stipends that didn't take the opportunity to use that, and to maybe not party as much, and maybe not spend it on clothes and things like that. I spent a lot of the time developing the business, spending it on websites, subscriptions, stuff like that. I mean, I had an employee while I was in varsity, and I think by the time I finished in varsity, there was 4 or 5 of us in the business, all working full time, and we were hired by the university as a company. We won a tender to train the staff on a mass program. So it was incredible. And it's possible. I did, towards second year, think about splitting my year into 2, taking it and dividing the classes so I could do third year over 2 years, just because I was a bit worried. I changed it, and then I changed back because I panicked. I was like, I don't want to be stuck in varsity for another year. So I did both, and just sometimes had to leave class early. But anyway, you've not got a lot to lose, and you generally have some sort of resources, and you have an appetite for a lot of risk. Right, so another reason that starting a business while you're a student is a great idea is because a lot of the varsities have resources, in the colleges. They have these incubators, and they have these business startup facilitators and startup programs where they try to get your ideas, and they try to help you patent it, and then things like that, because there's a lot of bright minds and all working in sort of new fields. There is resources there. I think at Stellenbosch University, I was at Innovis Nedbank Launch Lab, and it was sponsored by some of the big banks, and they helped with rent money, they helped with providing facilities. So we had a full-on office with 10 desks, and we had training people coming in for classes, And there was other businesses. Some of them are still going now. They're doing really, really well. I networked with accountants there. It was a great time. You have to put in a lot of work though. Once you get to that point, it's not a handout, but it still is a good resource. And like, you don't have those resources when you leave varsity, you know, and you're gonna probably start a job and you're not gonna have access to that, you know, the time, the people, the network. It becomes very, very difficult. So you have very little to lose. You have the resources. And the last thing is you have people around you that are willing to work for very little and are very keen to try and learn with you. Everyone knows that when you're that age and you're starting varsity, that you don't know a lot about business. And a lot of people at varsity know that they probably want to be running businesses or running big companies one day, and they want that experience. They're hungry for that experience. I found that, you know, I always had colleagues, business partners and friends, and especially in the first couple of years, they were all varsity buddies that were coming in and working and helping and giving ideas and brainstorming and helping me with accounting and this and that and website development. They were all, you know, that you're surrounded by these like very far out different fields. You know, you have people in legal studies and humanities and things like that, and then you have engineer friends, and you're staying with, you know, all different people. So it really, really is a good resource in terms of the people around you. That's pretty much my 3 reasons. And yeah, guys, I've been a little bit quiet on YouTube lately. Last year hit me with a bit of a crazy one. I did have to start running a second business, a family business, out of the blue, but it's going well now. It's all settled down. The conversion's kind of been a bit of a process. My businesses are still going well. There was a bit of a dry winter, but luckily we were at record months again in November, December, and yeah, it's been going well. And I think I'm going to be doing a lot more regular uploads, and this was just me saying 2024, back on it with a committed again, and looking forward to helping you guys get your businesses growing. So I'm Andy. I do business tips and tricks to help you grow your business. So if you like these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. Cheers, guys.